My day began just like any other day, when I woke up in a strange man's house. After completing a series of rudimentary objectives, I set about my way to create my very own medieval dynasty! First things first, I require something to eat. So I select the meekest of all the preys, the fluffy bunny rabbit. Okay, never mind. Perhaps some succulent venison is on the menu. Oh. On my wanderings, I happen across an abandoned camp. Who could have lived here, and why did they leave? Who cares? All these things are mine now! Bronze dagger, that's mine. Axe, also mine. My arrows, all these things are also my. Stumbling across this cache of sick weapons was a most fortuitous happenstance, as just a stone's throw away is an occupied bandit camp. You got slept. After making light work of those pesky bandits and relinquishing them of their possessions, I move on to the destination I have chosen to build my soon-to-be magnificent village. However, this majestic place is already occupied. The occupant being the mightiest of all the bears, the ferocious grizzly. Only one of us can occupy these lands, Mr. Grizzly. Come at me, bro! Come at me! Take this! No! And this! No! After owning the bear in 1v1 PvE, I didn't want him to go to waste, so I remove his fur for later usage, and I'm sure it's what he would have wanted. GG, Mr. Bear. With the area cleared, it is now time to build my house, with the plan being to finish my residence before nightfall. But alas, things don't go according to plan, as I make the mistake of selecting the stone house, meaning a great deal more supplies are needed for its completion. Such as it were, I was still collecting resources well into the night. Another unforeseen occurrence occurred after the realization that the roof of the stone house needs wooden planks, and the only way to get wooden planks is to build a lumberyard. So I set about building one. So with the lumberyard completed and the wooden planks cut, I finally managed to successfully complete my home. And there she is, in all her splendor! Isn't she magnificent? With the building of my residence accomplished, I get to work on additional dwellings. However, I won't repeat the same mistake as last time, and will thus build any subsequent houses out of thatch. This second house will be the home of my very first villagers. These villagers will make life so much easier for me as I can assign them specific roles. So I head into town to recruit a gentleman and a lady, but once in the town, I'm distracted by the sweet, sweet sound of classical folk music coming from the local tavern. So I stop what I'm doing, have a little bit of a dance, and I'm back on my merry way. I select a gentleman and his lady companion, and they set out on the perilous journey to their new home. The gentleman is assigned the role of carpenter, and because we also need a continuous supply of food, I will erect a fisherman's hut and assign the lady to catch fish for us all to enjoy. Unfortunately, the lady's fishing skills are less than adequate, But as my mother always used to say, one fish a day is better than none fish a day. And I fully intend to replace this fisher with a competent fisherman at the earliest given opportunity. The 4 basic wants of my villagers are shelter, check, food, check, firewood, check, and water, so we must build a well. Now that all my villagers' basic needs are met, I go ahead and plant a few carrots. After all, we can't build snowmen come winter without carrots for a nose. And also, we can enjoy any surplus carrots together with our delicious freshly caught fish. With the crops planted, it's time to build another house. This house will be the temporary home of a young lady that I intend to court. Once I've swept her off her feet, I will ask for her hand in marriage, and we will live a long and happy life together with our children. If she should bear me a male heir, he will rule in my stead in the event of my death. So I head back into town to find my future wife, and I meet a wonderful young lady. And she cannot resist my riz. So off she goes to the house I built for her.
The smaller the village, the more work for everyone.
Now the gentlemanly thing to do would be to escort milady all the way home, but alas, she walks a bit too slow, and I don't have time for all this dilly-dallying. Back at the camp, I make the final preparations for year's end. So do join us next year for more fun and exciting adventures in Medieval Dynasty!